A Ukrainian attack on occupied Crimea overnight resulted in a ferry used by Russian forces to transport military equipment being seriously damaged, the General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces said on July 23rd. It did not specify what was used to carry out the attack, but Russia earlier claimed its forces downed 21 Ukrainian drones over Crimea and the Black Sea early on July 23rd, while local telegram channels reported explosions on the peninsula. The drones attacked the ship at the port of Kavkaz, which lies in the Kerch Strait, separating the peninsula from Russia's Krasnodar Krai, the region's governor, Veniamin Kondratiev, claimed. According to Kondratiev, one person was killed and there were injured in the attack. Traffic was reportedly halted on the Kerch Bridge connecting mainland Russia with occupied Crimea, Astra reported. In a post on Telegram, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces identified the ferry as the Slavyanin. The occupiers used this ferry to transport railway wagons, motor vehicles, and containers for military purposes, it said. Slavyanin is the third and last railway ferry that the Russian Federation had in the specified region. The ferry crossing, representing a key logistical connection between the occupied peninsula and mainland Russia, was hit several times in late May with Ukrainian drones and missiles. On July 23rd, French police arrested a Russian man who is suspected of plotting destabilizing activities during the Paris Olympics. An anonymous source in the State Prosecution Service told AFP that an investigation was launched into sharing intelligence with a foreign power to incite hostilities in France. The suspect, born in 1984, has been placed under judicial investigation, and the crime could potentially lead to up to 30 years in prison. Authorities found evidence of his plans during a search of his home. No details were given about the alleged plot, other than stating that it was not related to terrorism and that specialized anti-terrorism prosecutors were not handling the case. Over 1 million individuals, including athletes and locals, have been vetted for the Games, resulting in 4,360 being denied access, with 880 barred due to concerns about foreign interference. The French government introduced a verification system for all individuals seeking to participate in the event or access restricted zones because of cybersecurity, disinformation, and terror-related threats targeting the Olympics. In addition to intelligence and traditional espionage, there is the possibility of gaining access to computer network gateways to carry out a cyber attack, French Interior Minister Gerald Darmanin said. The 2024 Summer Olympics will take place between July 26 and August 11th. Ukraine's armed forces announced on July 23rd that another batch of its soldiers were in the UK, learning how to use possibly the best-named weapon on the battlefield, Starstreak. The Starstreak missile travels at more than 3 times the speed of sound and can hit a target multiple times due to its 3 dart-like projectiles, Ukraine's General Staff said on Facebook. The training will help Ukrainian recruits defend their sovereign skies from Russia's illegal aerial advances. Starstreak isn't a new addition to the battlefield in Ukraine. It was actually among some of the first weapons supplied to Kyiv by the UK in order to deny Russia air superiority. British troops were deployed to a secret location in Eastern Europe to train the Ukrainian armed forces in their use as far back as March 2022. The UK's Colonel Graham Taylor said at the time that Starstreak was catastrophic and potent. In April 2022, one was reportedly used by Ukrainian forces to down a Russian Mi-28 helicopter. Video of the incident shows the aircraft flying low 1 second before a successful hit from a missile splits it in 2. Starstreak is a man-portable air defense system, MAN-PAD. A shoulder-fired, fire-and-forget weapon ideal for ambushing enemy aircraft from short range up to 7 kilometers and then making a quick exit. Other similar systems used by Ukraine's armed forces include the US-made Stinger, the Swedish-made RBS-70, and the Soviet-era Igla. But what makes the Starstreak unique is the Starstreak Short-Range Air Defense, SHORAD, high-velocity missile. The missile is actually 3 tungsten darts attached to a rocket motor which, when launched, are accelerated to more than Mach 3.0, 3,700 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest weapon of its type in the world. The Starstreak also has a clever laser guidance system to ensure these exceptionally fast-moving projectiles hit their target. Regular laser guidance systems paint a target with a single laser beam. The projectile then follows the reflected laser energy, a setup which requires the target to be painted constantly. This can work very well for ground-based targets such as buildings or relatively slow-moving vehicles like tanks, but with aircraft traveling at high speed, it's trickier. The Starstreak system gets around this by utilizing two modulating lasers to create a matrix which keeps the projectiles on target. Traveling at Mach 3.0, the three tungsten darts have more than enough kinetic energy alone to do serious damage to an aircraft, but for good measure, they also have an explosive charge on a delayed fuse designed to detonate when inside the target. All of this is bad news for a Russian pilot caught in the crosshairs of a Starstreak. The speed alone means there is practically no time to react and perform evasive measures, and the projectile itself is, according to the manufacturer, almost totally resistant to countermeasures. In perhaps understated language, Thales adds all this has a huge impact on the human consciousness of pilots and a highly disruptive effect on mission planning and execution. The Starstreak also comes in a few optional configurations, as well as the shoulder-fired man-pad version. Multiple launch tubes can be attached to various vehicles to maximize firepower. Thanks again to the UK, Ukraine has one version mounted to a Stormer armored vehicle, each one capable of carrying 17 Starstreak missiles. Ukraine has had great success in recent months, shooting down Russian fighter jets with man-pad systems, though the exact models used are not known. Ukraine's National Guard claimed on June 28th it had downed another Russian Su-25 fighter jet in embattled Donetsk Oblast. In a post on Telegram, the unit said the aircraft was on a combat sortie when it was hit by a well-aimed shot from a man-pads. It was the second Russian Su-25 jet that Ukraine had claimed shot down in June. In the previous month, the claimed total was 6. Ukraine claimed that it destroyed Su-25s on May 25th, May 23rd, May 4th, May 11th, May 13th, and May 18th. The General Staff said on July 22nd that Russia has lost 362 planes since the launch of the full-scale invasion.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.